everybody. Welcome to Lisa's Real Spill. And y'all know what we do over here. We spit nothing but the real, okay? What's going on, my good people? How's everybody been doing? I hope everybody's been well. As for myself, I've been a little busy. I'm trying to move and stuff, so I've been a little busy. Um, yeah, but I haven't forgot about y'all. Y'all know that. Y'all know I haven't forgot about y'all. Now, y'all know I ain't forgot about y'all. But yeah, we're gonna talk about some stuff tonight. I'm not gonna be on here long because I'm supposed to go live with somebody, with my sister Queen Tulsa. And so I'm not gonna be on here long, but I'll be back. But yeah, we're gonna I wanna touch on a couple of things with y'all right quick. You know, we really gotta learn how to love more, right? We do. We gotta learn how to love people more. And we gotta learn how to erase the the anger, right? We got to stop being so nasty to one another and learn how to love on each other, right? And sometimes loving on someone means sometimes some people may not know how to love. Some people may need you to love on them until they learn how to love themselves, okay? Because let's be clear, sometimes people just not there. They may not be on the same page you on, right? They may not know how to love. One thing I always say that if you don't know how to love yourself, it's hard for you to love someone else when you haven't learned how to love you yet. You understand? Not only that, right? Love also come with you being loyal to yourself, you being respectful to yourself, right? These are things that you have to tap into to learn how to do for you first, right? And then with time, you will start to do it for other people, right? But some of us don't know how to love ourselves, which makes it very difficult to love other people. You understand what I'm saying? And so we have to learn. That's something that I think a lot of us really need to work on. Learning how to love, right? Because I think that's something that a lot of us don't know how to do. Even some of us are in relationships, right? And for those of us that's in a relationship, we don't know how to love. Some of us that's in a relationship and been in one for a while, we still don't know how to love, right? We just haven't recognized it. We haven't recognized that. But a lot of us that's been in relationships for a while, we don't know how to love that other person. That's why some of the relationships have so many problems and so many issues. And some of you that's in relationships, every time you look up, there's an argument going on, right? There's an argument going on. For one thing, some of you don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to communicate with your partner. That's something I notice with a lot of people. They don't know how to communicate with their partner, right? And because of that, it creates a lot of tension. Okay? It creates a lot of tension. I know two people that's been in a relationship for a long time, right? And they got kids together, okay? But guess what? The relationship is toxic. And when I say it's toxic, I don't mean that they be fighting and stuff, right? But it's like they can't communicate with each other. One party won't say certain things because they don't want the other party to get mad, you know? Hello, Elijah. Thank you for tuning in with me. You know, some of us, one of them won't talk to the other because they don't want to make them mad or uncomfortable. You can't stay in a relationship like that. It's just a matter of time before that whole relationship gonna say, poof. It's just gonna blow up, right? Because you cannot walk around on eggshells around somebody and not talk to them or communicate with them, at least, and tell them what's going on with you or what's happening with the relationship. You have to learn how to communicate with that person. Okay? You do. You have to learn how to communicate with that person because the relationship is not going to last if y'all don't know how to love one another and how to communicate with each other. And like I said, it all starts with you. You have to learn how to love you first and be respectful to you. You understand? Be loyal to you. Be honest to you first. Then you are ready to venture out and create you a relationship or whatever, with someone else. But everything starts with you first. You understand what I'm saying? And if you don't learn how to do those things for yourself, how can you step out and get a relationship and do these things, commit yourself to do it with somebody else? It doesn't make sense. Just think about it. It doesn't make sense, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work because you haven't learned yet how to do those things for yourself. Be loyal to yourself. Be honest to yourself. You see how that works? If you get yourself in a place where as though you learn how to be honest with you, you learn how to be loyal with you learn how to love you, then when you put yourself in a relationship, right? You will learn those things will just come easy for you to do because you have learned how to do them for yourself. I hope this is making sense to y'all, for some of y'all anyway. But it all starts with you. And if you don't work on yourself and work on your inner self before you decide to step into a relationship, the relationship is doomed already. It's doomed already. The only way it's not, that's if you meet somebody and they understand what needs to be done, right? Like, say you get somebody and they very understanding. You understand? And they know that what y'all need in order to create a good relationship. They understand what needs to be done. And so they are willing to work with you to get to that point. You got some people out here that'll do that now. If they care for you enough and they go for you enough, they will, you know what I mean? They will stick by you until y'all work that thing out. You understand what I'm saying? But everybody's not willing to do that. Everybody's not willing to stay with you and be beside you, you know, until things get better. Everybody's not willing to do that. Some people come already ready. And they expect for you to be ready. And when you're not, some people will move on. They don't have time to try to put you together. Some people don't want to do that. Like with me, if I met somebody today, I ain't got time. I don't really got time for that. I ain't got time to be trying to put nobody together. I really don't. I don't have time. I don't have the patience to be trying to put somebody together. I really don't. And I'm not being nasty or anything. I just don't. I don't have time. I don't have that kind of time and patience. So I wouldn't be trying to. I don't want somebody I gotta put together. I just don't. I done did so much work on myself, inner work, right? That I just don't have time for that. I just don't have time to be putting no puzzle together. To try to make sure that the relationship work. I ain't got that kind of time. So some people do. Some people don't mind, sitting still and walking a person through the process until they get there. Some people don't mind doing that. I'm just not one of them. And the thing with me is that I'm all right. I don't have a problem with saying that. right? If I meet somebody and they want to know from me, well, what are you looking for? You know, whatever, whatever. I can run that list down. And I can also say to you, listen, no offense, right? No disrespect. But I don't want somebody I gotta put together. You know, I want somebody already ready. That's on the same page, kind of like on the same page as me. I don't want somebody I gotta put together. Or I gotta teach. Or I gotta, try to help them out. Try to help get them where I want them at. No. I just don't have the patience for that. But I'm honest about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or none of that. I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you that. Okay? That I just don't have, I like you and all, but I don't have the patience to, try to put you together. I just don't. So, and I think that's where some of us mess up at when it comes to relationships and things, is we don't know how to be honest. We don't know how to be open and honest with people. You don't have to be nasty, right? You don't have to be nasty, but you could be open and honest without being nasty. And I think that's the problem with some of us. We don't want to be open and honest. And then we meet somebody and we like the person. We want to try to stay with that, right? Knowing that that person not ready for that relationship, or you might not be ready, but you're going to try to stick and stay anyway. I believe honesty is the best. Even though it might sometimes it might you might end up hurting somebody's feelings. It's not intentionally, but you want to be honest with that person. You know? I ran across a video today and they was talking about, hey, what's going on? Hey, Terry, I'm glad you stopped in with me. I'm glad you all stopped through. What's going on, everybody? Listen, I I oh, thank you, Tari. Listen, I ran across a video today, and they was on there talking, right? And the dude was having relations with a pastor, okay? And the pastor and the dude found out that the pastor was married with children. And so he blasted him out. Yeah, he put him on blast. Yeah. Now come to find out, the dude didn't even know who this guy was at first, right? And one day he said he was looking at the church online, and he seen the guy praying. I mean, preaching at the church, and he like, wait a minute. That's how he found out who the guy was. Is that he was looking at church online, and come to find out the guy that he was creeping with was the pastor of a church, married with children. So he put him out there. Yeah, he put him out there. He blasted him out, right? But see, that's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that is not right. Now, a lot of people was upset with him because he blasted him out. But now, check this out. Why would you be mad because he blasted him out when this man is going around sleeping with other men, and he has a wife and children at home? So I didn't understand everybody being so mad about him blasting him out. I didn't understand that part. You got a whole wife and children at home, but yet you creeping around with another dude. And just so happened, the dude that he was creeping with wasn't scared to blast him out. He was not scared to blast him out. And that's what he did. He aired him out. You see? I'm a firm believer that what's done in the dark will come to the light. When you in a marriage, okay, and you call yourself walking righteously, and you ain't walking right, God will put you on blast. You will come in contact. See how he came in contact with that person? And that person didn't have no problem with blasting him. Because, come on, he was totally out of order. If that's what you want, don't use a woman for your cover up. Don't use a woman and children to cover up who you really are. Just stay single. If you're not ready to come out and say this is who you are, then stay single. Stay single. Don't get with a woman and have kids with her and got her thinking that you love her, right? You done married her, you done had kids with her, but yet you creeping around on her with another guy. It's not right. It's not right. And he met somebody who wasn't scared to blast, put him on blast. Because like he said, what if I had something? Y'all know what I'm talking about. What, like he said, what if I had something and he creeping with me and then he's going back home and doing things with his wife? And y'all mad because I blast him out? Well, I ain't mad. I didn't know, but he didn't know who this man was. Because the way they met was on some type of hookup app, dating app, right? And that's how he met him. But he didn't know nothing about him. They was just hooking up, and he was paying them, right? And they was hooking up. He was paying them every time they hooked up. And then, like I said, by him being at church, he was looking at church online, and the guy popped up. His church popped up online, right? And he like, this can't be true. This can't be real. And it went from there. It escalated from there. So he did put him on blast. Now, I don't know what happened, after all that, because I didn't go down that rabbit hole, So I don't know what else took place after he blasted him, but he definitely blasted him. And it was just a lot of people in the comments that was very upset with him because he blasted them. You see? This is my thing. I don't understand some people wanting to keep stuff hush hush when you know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. And I need for some people to sit back and think sometime and say, well, what if somebody had done that to you? What if somebody had done you like that? You going in the church with your husband and stuff, and everybody smiling and grinning in your face and stuff, and everybody know what your husband doing but you. This wasn't the case, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. I'm talking about far as people in the chat not wanting nobody to say nothing. Like, come on, y'all. We got to start. That's why I say it's important that you start with yourself first. Being loyal to yourself, being honest, being respectful. Because then when you start doing it for yourself, you will find that you will start doing it for other people. It won't be so hard for you to do it to other people. But a lot of us don't respect ourselves. A lot of us have no loyalty to ourselves. Is the reason why we do the shit that we do. Some of us see things that go on. We know it ain't right. And what do? We turn the other cheek. We act like we don't see it. We act like we don't see it. You understand? That's right, Tari. Tari said, we must remember a night in heaven can lead to a lifetime in hell. Okay? That's so true. But I just don't get it. I don't get that, and that's why I'm talking about it. We gotta stop acting like don't things that didn't happen. That's not happening because it's not happening to you. We want to turn the other cheek when shit not happening to us. We want to act like we don't see it. We don't acknowledge it. Real talk. We want to act like we don't see it. You know, we don't know nothing about it because it's not happening to you. But the minute some stuff like that happen to you, then you're gonna want somebody to speak up. You're gonna want somebody to speak up if that's happening to you. Your man sleeping with your husband as a pastor sleeping with another man. Yeah. You're gonna get upset because you're gonna want somebody to say something to you. But it's crazy how nobody wants to say anything because it's not happening to them. So you want everybody to be quiet. That's messed up. But that's why we need to work more on being loyal to ourselves and being more respectful to ourselves. It all starts with you. I always say that. Start loving you so that you can know how to love other people. Be respectful to you so you can learn how to be respectful to other people. No shit. It all starts with you. And once you learn how to do it with you, for you, then it will come natural for you to do it to somebody else. Yeah, that's crazy though. People want to act like it don't matter. It's not that serious because it's not happening to you. But if that was to happen to you, and you was married to somebody and you found out your husband was doing that, you would be devastated. And you know you would. You know you would. You would be devastated. For real. It's crazy how I be watching some stuff. I might run across certain things. And I be watching how some people be so biased. And they okay with it until you say something about it. Then they want to get mad. They want to get mad with you when you speak up and say something. Like, prime example, what's her name, man? Oh, no. DDG and his baby mama. The girl was talking about them. And she was stating that Holly is spiritual and she's classy and she has money, right? So I said, well, if that's the case, why didn't she get married before she had her baby? I'm just going by what she was saying, right? If she's so classy and and she this and she that and the other, then why didn't she make a decision to get married before she had her baby? I'm just saying. Right? And the girl, she got mad with me. She said my question was stupid. So I said, well, why is my question stupid? Because I said, respectfully, if she was so classy and spiritual like you say she is, then how come she didn't decide to get married before she had her baby? And so she said that my question was stupid, of course. I didn't get offended. I was very respectful. I didn't get offended, I just said, excuse me, y'all. And so I say, where's this? What you got last night? All right, just try to. You could get shrimp on there if you want to. I'll try some of the shrimp, fried shrimp, jumbo shrimp. Don't can't you get like 4 of them? Can you get a whole what? Can you get a whole platter? Like a platter, like. But yeah, so she said She said that my question was stupid, right? So I said, well, why is my question stupid? I said, oh, because it's somebody you like. It's somebody you like, so that makes my question stupid. So I didn't really argue with her. I just said that's all. I left it at that, right? But I'm just saying, people say stuff, and then when you comment and you're not saying what they want to hear, they get mad with you. They get mad at you. I don't understand that. On my channel, we can speak freely over here. You can be open and honest over here and real. Okay? That's what it's about. That's what my channel is about. Being open and honest and real. You know? But some people you can't do that. You go on their channel, you say something, they get upset. They get mad because you're not talking what they want to hear. Or you're not agreeing with them. You know? So they get upset. So after I said that, I asked her what made my question so stupid. She didn't respond. She didn't respond back, unless she might have just blocked me. You know what I mean? So thank you, Tari. Thank you for letting me know that. Yeah, she might have just blocked me. I don't know. I don't really care either. I don't let people on the internet upset me. That's one thing I don't do, is let people on the internet upset me. Because everybody has an opinion. You know what I mean? We all have an opinion. And opinions are like assholes. We all have one. Doesn't mean we're wrong. Doesn't mean we're right. Right? When you have an opinion, it doesn't make you wrong. It doesn't make you right. It's just your opinion. That's it and that's all. But I don't know why some people get mad when you don't agree with them. I don't expect for you to agree with me. Listen, I don't want people on my channel who always agree with me. Don't always agree with me. Shit. Think for yourself. Be a free thinker. I don't want you always agreeing with me. For real, for real. If you feel different, you entitled to speak what you feel. You don't have to agree with me on everything. Nobody's going to always agree on everything, but keep it respectful. Keep it cute. That's all I ask. Keep it cute. But I don't expect for you to, I don't expect for everybody to agree with me. No, I like it when I get people who stand up for what they believe in. I like that shit. Because that's the type of person I am. I'm going to stand on what I believe. You understand? Even if I got to stand alone. I've always been like that. So I like people like that, who are free thinkers and that will stand on their own. Even if they got to stand by themselves, they'll stand on their own. I like that shit. I don't want nobody coming over here, agreeing with me and stuff just because you follow me. You ain't got to agree with me because you follow me. I'm still going to love you. We still going to be, friends. Even if you disagree with me. Just don't be disrespectful. That's all I ask. Keep it cute. Keep it cute. That's all I ask. Tari been here with me for a long time. So if you want to know how I really am, talk to Tari. Tari will tell you. Because Tari been here with me for a long time, and I've been the same person since Tari been here. Tari been here with me for a long time, and I've been the same person. I never switched up. I never flip-flop. I'm not a flip-flopper or none of that. Tari will tell you. Tari will tell you. Yes, he will. He will let you know that Lisa is who she really is. What you see is what you get. Yeah. Did you get it? Blue card. Blue card. You said, where is it? It ain't in there? Yeah. But yeah. I supposed to be on Queen Tulsa channel for a little while tonight. I just came on here to holler at y'all. I'm coming back on here later on. I'm gonna pick out something. I'm gonna find something we could talk about. some topic we can discuss on here or something. But yeah, I'm be on there with Queen Tulsa. So if y'all wanna come over there with me, I know some of y'all came from over there over here. But we gonna be on her channel tonight. So come on over there and hang out with us. You know? And then I'm gonna is this not it? This not it? You sure? Oh okay. Yeah, so come over there and hang out with us for a little bit over there. And then I probably come back over here and go live for a little while. If I don't get sleepy now. If I get sleepy, I might have to, just do it in the morning. But yeah, y'all come over there and hang out with us. It's gonna be a nice it's gonna be nice. We're gonna be showing up kicking it. That's if she's still gonna do it. She might not do it, I don't know. If she don't, then I will be coming back over here to go live, okay? Yep, I'll be coming back over here to go live. But yeah, we gotta start doing better, loving each other, y'all. We really do. We gotta start loving on each other, and sometimes it takes how can I put it? Sometimes it takes you to love on somebody to get them where they need to be. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta love a person to get them where they need to be. Just love on them a little bit, you know? Not saying you gotta raise them and, bring them through the process. I'm just saying you just love on them, until they get it, you know? So, we got to get better. We just got to get better with each other, y'all. Like, a lot of the stuff I see, I don't like. It's like we, it's like we don't, I don't know. We don't show each other love like we should, like we could, you know? And I think I don't like that. Because I think we could do better. But I think a lot of people' problem is they don't do work on themselves. Do work on your inner self. Start doing work on yourself and making yourself a better person. And then you will find that it won't be so hard to get along with other people if you start doing inner work on yourself. Like, seriously. You'll find that it won't be so hard for you to do that. You know? You'll find the more inner work you do, the better you will get. Like, seriously. They call it, they don't call it inner work, they call it something else. What am I looking for, Angel? It's not inner work that they sell, huh? It's not. I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's not inner work. Shadow work. Shadow work. Shadow work. That's what I was looking for. Shadow work. That's what, some people use it to say shadow work. But if you do that, you might have to do it on the computer. Yeah, shadow work. Shadow work. Um, yeah, do more work on yourself because you'll find that the more you work on you, the better you'll get. The can I do it on here? Hold on, y'all. Hold on for a minute. Yeah, shadow work. Hold on for a minute. Shadow work. Shadow work. But yeah, you know, do work on yourself more and more. The more you work on yourself, the better it gets. I'm serious. It do. I've done so much work on me, but I feel good about myself. My confidence is through the ceiling, and I'm okay with being me. Right? I'm comfortable in my skin, and I'm okay with being me. That's what happens when you do shadow work on yourself. you start to find yourself in your confidence will just go up on its own. The more work you do on yourself, the more your confidence will rise, right? Not only that, your energy will rise, you know. But what keeps some of us so trapped and keep us down and out is that our energy level is not where it should be, right? Our energy level is dead, kind of like. And that comes from dealing with trauma, right? A lot of us carry around trauma, and some of us are broken and damaged and stuff. And when you don't work on those things and fix them, what happens is it keeps your vibration low. No matter what you do, it's hard for your vibration to go up. You understand? But when you start doing that inner work and you start, you know, healing yourself and fixing those things that's broken and damaged and tapping into your trauma and fixing that, you're going to find that you become so comfortable in your skin, and your confidence and your vibration starts to go up. It automatically starts to go up. But some of us will not tap into those things. We want to try to hide it and cover it up. And then we wonder why we don't feel right. We wonder why we never feel right. That's why. Because you won't tap into yourself and do the necessary things that you need to do to make yourself a better you. You got to put the work in, people. It's work that has to be done so that you can become a better you. Like, seriously. You know? Generational curses. I know y'all done heard about them. I know y'all know about that. Generational curses. A lot of us got a lot of that, you know, we got a lot of that going on. Generational curses. Seriously. Some of us got generational curses that came from our grandmother, our great grandmother, our great great grandmother. You understand? Yeah. And you have to fix those things. You can't keep ignoring it. You can't act like they don't exist. You have to tap in and you have to fix it. You have to fix it because if you ignore it, guess what? It's not going to do nothing but get worse. It's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. So you have to tap into those things and fix it. Don't ignore it. Don't act like it's not there. It's there. That's why your attitude is messed up most of the time. That's why you can't keep a relationship most of the time. Because those things are affecting you. Those things got you broken and damaged. You got to fix it. You got to fix it. And you have what it takes to fix it. Hear me when I say this. You have what it takes to fix you. You don't need nobody else. You don't need to look for validation in somebody else. You got what it takes to fix you inside of you. And you can use therapy also. You can also use therapy. Okay? Let me tell you how I fixed me. And I know some of y'all may not believe this. But let me tell you some of the things I did to fix myself. I was honest with myself. Sounds weird, don't it? Might sound kind of crazy to some of you. But that's what I did. I was honest. I got honest with myself. About everything. Even though it hurt, some of it hurted me, right? I still got gut level honest with me about me. That's what I did. That's what helped me grow. That's what helped me become comfortable in my skin. And then with time, I started to talk about my shit. I started talking about my shit. And I didn't care what people felt. I didn't care what people thought about me. I started talking about my shit. I started opening up, being open and honest about my shit. And it didn't matter to me what people thought about it. I didn't care because I was doing what it took for me to heal me. Hello, somebody. I was doing what I needed to do to heal me. And I had got to a point where it didn't matter what you thought. It didn't matter what you thought. It didn't matter what you thought. It didn't matter what you said. It didn't matter what you said. It didn't matter what you said. You get what I'm saying? None of that mattered to me, what people had to say. What mattered to me was me. I had to be selfish with me. You understand? That's what mattered to me was me. I didn't get caught up in what people thought. It was a point, it came to a point in my life where I didn't care what nobody thought. What I wanted to do was heal. And I wanted to fix me. That's what became important to me, was fixing me. Okay? And that's what I did. That was the main thing that I did for me that helped me in so many ways, was being honest with me about me. Hello, somebody. Oh, yeah. That's how I got the way I'm at, feeling comfortable in my skin and all that. That's how I got there. I made up in my mind that I was going to be honest about Lisa. And it didn't matter to me what anybody thought about what I was saying. It was my truth. It was my truth, and I lived in it. I lived through that, all of that. It was my truth. So why should I be ashamed of it? That's what I asked myself. I said, self, you went through all of this. Now, why you want to be ashamed of it? Because you went through all this. Why you can't face it? Why you can't talk about it? It's your story. It's self, it's your story. Own it. Own it. Because it's your story. And you went through this. So why you can't be open and honest about it? You see what I'm saying? That was listen, that was something that really, really, I mean, really helped me out. Was just being open and honest about my shit. Y'all, I got to go. I think Tulsa trying to contact me. I got to go. I love y'all. I will be back on here a little later. But y'all come on over on Tulsa show and hang out with us. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in a few.